You could make some macaroni from here, huh?
Are these the only 4-piece ones?
To exert force and break the axle. And now we're going to see. We're gonna do something new.
It's going to go down in history. Will it be that? Hello, how are you? What's up, Para? How are you?
Busy here.
Yes?
Oh shit, I forgot the wheels. Good, good.
Nothing then. Do you know what I came for?
Well, no.
The idea is that I want to change my handlebars. Okay, because I've had mine for a while, it's a little bent. Yes, and I want a bit of an aesthetic change. And also, I want you to take a look at the freecoaster if you have time, because sometimes it fails me a little.
Well, it's normal that free coasters from time to time need a little love and care inside, cleaning and regreasing, and checking for wear.
Very well.
Let's see what's wrong with you.
Hey guys, meanwhile, we're going to be looking at some handlebars here while Para finishes the job. So I was thinking of making some pretty big modifications to the BMX, something I've never had and that you probably never thought I'd have. So if I want a 4-piece handlebar, okay, then here at Tree Sesenta, they have several options. For example, I see they have in wet people there. It looks really big to me. I come from an 8.5 handlebar. Let's see how much this one is. Okay, this is 9, but it looks really big. Look at my handlebar. I've had it for I don't know how many years, and the thing is, it's 8.5. So I want to find a handlebar that's as similar as possible in size. But of course, this is huge.
This one here, Oriole. Notice that they're 25.4. See that they're thicker? You have to look at the ones on the right.
Are these the only 4-piece ones?
In 22nd. Look, notice that. A lot of people might not know the normal size for a BMX handlebar is 22.2. And these, see how they're oversized? Look.
Okay, not this tube.
See how the tube is thicker? Okay, there are some brands that make this, which is a bit similar to the measurements of a mountain bike. It's thicker, it grips more, and it's more rigid. That's true. Okay, but of course, no, if you change the handlebar, you have to change the stem. So now, in 4-piece, what I have in 22.2 are those 3 models.
Okay. All right, well, there would be the Wet People, which is 9. Then, here we have a Fly Bikes Fuego, which was Smiley's model. And this one, which is a Wet the People Everlast. Let's see the size. How much is this one? Also 9. It's 9. And this one is 935. Let's see. I think I'd go for one of these two, honestly. This one's really beefy, huh? I like it a lot. But I think I'm gonna stick with this one. This one looks lighter. It's definitely much lighter than the other one. And the shape is cool. I like the shape of this tube. I don't know if it will be very resistant, but I don't really jump gaps or anything like that. So I think this handlebar is perfect. I think it's going to look really cool. Hey man, what do you guys think? Comment. Well, anyway, even if you comment now, I'll have already made the change, so it'll be a bit late. Para, what do you think of this handlebar?
Well, personally, out of the 4-piece ones, it's one of my favorites because it's one of the lightest, okay?
Okay.
You don't weigh much either, so this one is very good for you.
I'm not gonna break it, so...
I don't think so, hopefully. If you break it, it means you're riding really hard, huh? Muscle mass.
Yes, I'll make a video.
Of the photo cameras, more than 5 minutes, but oh well.
No, yesterday I was recording at the San Diego Festival for an hour with the camera, so that's tough. Okay, well, when you finish the job...
It's tough.
When you finish, let me know, okay?
If you want, Oriole, help me and start taking off the wheels.
Okay, for the free coaster, right? Perfect, we're going to choose this handlebar. Definitely because I really like the color, the shape of a 4-piece handlebar because I've never had one. I've been riding for practically 11 years and I've never had a 4-piece handlebar, and also it's 9. I come from an 8th of May. I don't know if the change in handlebar dimensions will be a big problem for me, but we're going to try. I've also increased my back quite a bit now. Yeah, maybe it'll even be better for me thanks to having a bigger handlebar. So we're going to take off the wheel of the BMX because Para is going to solve the problem I have with the slack, which sometimes I have a bit of infinite slack. It's been a long time since I had the free coaster checked, so that's normal. And we'll change the handlebar and see. Well, it's small, man. All things considered, I don't think it's going to be very different. You might not even have to cut it as much because it's almost the same, man. And it's not cut. Para, do you have more handlebars like this out of curiosity? Wheel taken off. Now we have to take out the pegs and the hubs. Okay, yes, there are. Ah, okay. Well, guys, I didn't take the last one. I thought I had taken the last handlebar, but no, it seems you have to take the 9. Only 9s are left. Okay, well, it seems there are still a few left in the store, so not many. I didn't take the last one, huh? I thought if they weren't going to manufacture our handlebars anymore, well, it's limited. It's a limited edition. Guys, no, to take this out, then in this video we're going to assemble, not only modifying the BMX, but we're going to stretch the parts. Okay, I'm managing it. Where are we going to assemble? I have no idea, guys, but yesterday we rode quite a bit at the Sinadri skate park. It seems if you haven't seen the video, and it should be out by now, things got pretty wild in San Adrian in the local skate park, which we hadn't ridden in for a year, and I'm gonna leave that video in the description. I think it's gonna be my favorite video of these days that I'm staying in Barcelona, so check it out. There were people like Alvaro Esquivel, Mystico, Charlie, Jesus, riders who hadn't been in my videos for years. It was crazy. Okay, and now we've taken everything out, so wait for Para to finish his work. Well. Good.
All right, let's see what brings me here. What little gift does my friend Oriole have for
Did
me?
he leave you well?
Yes, very good. Yes, I like it. Well, it's this.
What's wrong?
No, that's exactly it. The other day I was talking to a customer that the new generation hubs are more like an old watch than a free coaster because they have many little pieces. Many. And just if you have it a little loose there, the nuts don't work well anymore. Okay, so maybe it's simply that it's super dirty. Let's see. Dust is our friend Yuri, but you've gone too far, huh?
I take your phrases literally.
All right, then. Let's see what we have to play with.
Okay.
Okay, my diamond is this, the Idrid. No, it's quite dirty. Yuri.
Yes?
Look.
Let's see. God.
Here we can make macaroni. Look, man. Watch out, huh?
This is like those TikTok videos where they pop pimples and...
Exactly the same, man.
God. All the pus that comes out of the... Visual A, SMR.
See this hub? What happens a lot is that if it's a little loose, internally, it doesn't work well anymore. Okay? Okay, if I can remove it with my hands, it's bad. Okay. In this case, I can't, so it's well tightened.
Did you tighten it?
Worse, because if it were loose, it would be perfect. So something else is wrong with it. Okay, let's go to another tip. Okay. I don't think it would happen here because, well, it's quite good and this is new, but it has happened to me sometimes. To do this, what are we going to do now? Okay, you take the wrench, you take the fixed wrench, you put in the Allen key, exert force, and break the axle.
No?
Yes. So this doesn't happen. Very simple.
Friend.
The nut.
But of course, a seatbelt. Nope.
Exactly. Okay, you do this. You put in the key. And it won't happen to you anymore. Okay. A little tip that has happened to me maybe twice in my life, but it won't happen to me again, for sure. And it has happened to me with customers' axles, which is a pain in the ass. Of course, for me, nothing is good anymore.
That's bad.
That's bad, because let's see what we find here. I want to think that it's simply going to be super dry.
I think so too. I haven't done anything crazy with this wheel either. It should be fine.
It's simply the use, Yuri. Can we do a little spoiler of what's coming this summer or what?
Come on then, while we fix the Freeco.
Well, this summer we're going back to Valencia. I hope that both you and Lucas prepare a good a good trip for us.
But we have to say that it's at the end of summer, so people don't expect it to be in July, for example.
Okay, we're going to wait a little longer this year, but the truth is we were very happy. And, well, we're repeating.
Okay, what else are you going to see? There are more things around.
Well, it's also possible that...
Wherever you go, there might be jams.
Okay, there are going to be in Barcelona, logically. How many? Minimum two good ones. Yes, another one from Monster, the Congress, and the last one.
That the Congress is the night gathering that is repeated this year.
It's repeated because the truth is that people are very happy. More and more people are lasting until the end. And I don't know why this washer won't come out, Julio, but oh well. And then we'd like to go see if the person who contacted me on Instagram can contact me because I can't find their contact.
See who?
To Logroño.
Or Logroño.
Guys, we'd love to go to Logroño to ride again with all those people from the north, with all those good people from the north. And also so that, well, people from Madrid, the entire coast, Cantabria, Galicia, the Basque country, and, well, us Catalans come up so that we meet there, the Buenos Aires. But it's been a while since we've done anything or anything cool has been done in the north. Well, the idea is to go to Logroño.
We'll be there, guys.
Also, Oriol, to tell you, in Valencia, yes. We're going to do something new.
It's going to go down in history. And the people from Valencia.
The people from Valencia, huh? It's not going to be the typical thing we've experienced so far with 360, but we're going to do a river instead of one we did with Tony from Truques. Here's a big shout out to you. Okay, for those who don't know him, Tony was the distributor of several brands here in Spain for a long time and made quite a mess. He had a very cool guy and did very cool things, to be honest. And we're going to do a format of a street jam that was done in Madrid about 15 years ago.
Years, but let's not say more details because, well, it's going to be very epic. Yes, guys, Pera's idea for the Valencia jam is epic and different, disruptive as always.
Those people setting trends and getting out of the norm, that one's a bit damaged. Because it was hard for me to get it out. Yes, okay, yes, but this shouldn't interfere. Look, see these shavings that you can see a bit of here? One of them, this is from here. Okay, nothing happens. That one outside isn't from inside. I'd be much more worried if it were from inside. Okay, and now let's see. Hey. Well, it's simply dry. Yes, look there. It's completely dry.
So, it's alive.
Yes, it's half dead, but thank goodness we haven't opened it yet. And there's no plastic ferrite visible here. What sometimes happens here when it comes loose is that plastic piece, which is what makes the whole Helix coaster system work. The few little plastic pieces there break, and then there's no solution, and we have to put in a new one, okay? So I think that simply cleaning it a little, because it's not dirty, and lubricating it will solve it.
Thanks.
But, well, I think we're already going to
try it. I already trust it, and if not, well, I was going to say I'm going back all this way.
Perfect, it's here. It's a bit more... Because in the end, that's plastic, right? And if it's not lubricated, well, it also goes a bit slower. It moves well, large mold, ready so it doesn't come out. That one. That cleaning, really not. It's not that it's dry and nothing. Well, we remove the dust that might be there because inside here it's not cool to have dust or dirt, but it's pretty good like this. The tabs work well, okay.
Yes, because it didn't fail me much either. It was every now and then. But look, guys, I broke my tripod because of the slack, because I was carrying the bike with the tripod in my hand and stuff. It failed me for the first time. And so I wouldn't fall. I crushed the tripod.
I sometimes like to put a little oil here on the dust cover, the rubber, because if it dries out, it can make it go slower, like it's breaking. Okay.
Very good.
Well, as you've seen, the maintenance has been very, very easy and quick.
Hey, for those who know. Of course, but if I start doing this,
If you've never opened this hub, you don't know how the parts go.
I prefer to go to a workshop. The truth is,
In the air. And well, as you can see, the maintenance of this hub, it's very simple, very easy, because we haven't had to change any parts. We've simply cleaned it up a bit. We cleaned it, which was quite clean, to be honest. If it was dry, it had no lubrication at all, and even tightening the nuts well. What we've discussed, and we're going to mount the base, works much better. We put the chain in first, and now we put it in. It happens much easier like this. The dry one too, with...
yes, it's better because then...
yeah, but not mechanically speaking, that they're not the failures. I remember having gone to Fallas 2 or 3 years in a row, and the truth is I had a very good time. That they're not the failures.
Good. I recorded a video. Look, I'm going to recommend the video to you. Since we're at it, I bought the Insta360 urgently and went for a ride through the Fallas on the penultimate day with the camera on my chest, and it was very cool. We jumped firecrackers, we went around the whole center. That video was very cool, and it has few views, so check it out, link below.
I remember having gone to Fallas 2 or 3 years in a row, and the truth is I had a very good time.
It's a brutal party. I didn't stay at night because...
what impressed me the most is that square where you see the office windows, like it's about to fall on top of you, where they do the mascleta.
like this.
And it's incredible. Javi, the fire, the gunpowder.
I love the smoke. Yes, I like it, but from afar, that's because you can see that it's quite a mess.
It's coming. Well, nothing happens but the live.
I didn't want fireworks. All this was more damn. The masclete. Yes, I'm telling you it failed once every 20 times, but when it fails, you don't expect it. Yeah, of course, of course. Well, that it's not mega tight, because otherwise the big clip kind of doesn't... okay, perfect, perfect, good.
Oh, and are you going to teach your father how to make children?
That's good, I'd never heard that before.
Damn, you're very good.
Let's see if it's from another generation.
I'm putting very little, okay?
Yes, nothing for...
Nothing.
so that it looks cool, huh, man? This handlebar, the truth is I like it, and just in time, because these are no longer going to be produced.
No, we don't have many left in the distribution, so if you want, I'll leave you the website, because you're going to have a handlebar from one of the best airs there is. To say, I think at the moment, yes.
The truth is it's one of my favorites. I want to compare because, of course, I've realized that that handlebar is very cut, and it's almost as long as this uncut one. It's curious, and I want to compare the dimensions a bit. It's a shame because this handlebar has been the best for me in history.
Well, no, but what...
there can also be second chances. Okay, let's see. This is a 9-inch handlebar, and this one is 8.5.
It's not smaller anymore.
But I think, of course, you have to...
it's a little below the grips.
but you have to put it on. There it is. Now it's centered from
I think
here,
you're wearing
it's
the plugs
same,
of...
more or less. It's nothing, just a little bit. It's true that it's a bit longer, but, well, I think you have to cut it as much as possible so that it's the same. It doesn't look like...
we put it in.
That's why...
we passed some plugs in the side. Isn't Oriole here? No, poo,
Para
poo.
scolds me.
God, that.
Four-piece handlebar. Who would have thought? The one who didn't expect it comments. The...
It's that it's very old. This handlebar looks it. If you had another one on, you'd know too. Not everything PSOE.
yes, for sure.
4-piece. Pieces always weigh a little more because they have the fingers. Already ours, the truth is they've managed to freeze the weight there.
Yes, it reminded me a bit of the Peugeot. What happens is that it's 4-piece because the bar here is thinner than normal. It's not as thin as the Pilot's, but it's thinner than, well,
To explain why the Fiat top bar is thinner, or this one that I think David and I have taken out both. In conclusion, in the end, we've realized that that bar doesn't need to be so thick. And where it suffers a lot is when making the bead, so the less time this is. Here, I've put temperature on the handlebar. You also weaken it less because the welds, if you apply heat for a very long time, also at a molecular level, you're breaking the steel from the inside. Okay, so by having the bar thinner, as you remember, it's faster and the surface doesn't heat up as much, okay? Because we're talking about very small handlebar profiles when the steel profile is very thick. There you can apply temperature. Nothing happens. But here we're talking about very thin profiles. Of course, that...
thin inside.
And also when it's said about a butted, okay, coated, which is that in this part here, the middle is thinner than the curves, a little thicker. Up to here approximately.
It's thicker because...
here, but inside.
if you look at them...
inside, here it's thinner. Here where there's welding, it's thicker in the top tube. Okay, well, the same here, it's thicker. Here it's thinner because here is where we can remove a few grams.
What a job, really, to do the...
Yes, because you have to do that the bar, because these are ultimately long bars that they cut, and each little piece is a part of the handlebar, so you have to well design the bar with the different buttings so that when you cut it and release it, it fits perfectly because you don't see the butting.
No, I have no idea. I thought it was the same.
But I mean, what is it that a butted handlebar or a frame? A butted frame means that in the central part, which is where there is less force in the ascent, less temperature, it is thinner than in the part where there is a weld bead.
Okay, understood.
We always learn new things.
Every day. There's no day that goes by without learning something. I have the steering. The handlebar that was bent was a bit bad.
This one's really bent, and the tire is backwards.
Yes, I owe it to the guys at Bones. That, guys, it's destiny. It wasn't a coincidence that I put on this handlebar, Devon's, because...
the joke we make with Oreo. Yes, when Devon was here in the store, like I remember it just arrived. The Kevlar Fuego tires arrived, the first ones that arrived, and I mounted the front one backwards without realizing it. And when he was going to turn it around, he said, no, leave it. That way it's better for me to land 1800s. I said, okay, agreed. You're the boss.
Me? It wasn't on purpose. I really made a mistake. And the rear one the same. I mean, I put both on backwards.
I've been the day.
Defined. The day was applied. This works well for me. Now, certainly...
okay. How do you want to put this on?
let's see, I'd say okay.
That is good. Now,
I think it's more or less good like this. What do you guys think of the new handlebar? The truth is I really like this shape it has, like this. But, well, in the end, why did I keep this handlebar and not something else? Okay, well, basically because I see it as smaller and lighter, and I come from a very small and light handlebar. So I tried to find something as similar as possible to the handlebar I had, which is the best I've used. What happens is that, of course, I'm excited about an aesthetic change after so many years, 11 years with a 2-piece handlebar, and I was touching it, and also to see how the change to a 9-piece handlebar goes, because I've never used a 9-piece handlebar. I think
9 pieces and 9
pieces. 9.
The one that
Twice, okay. It's the first time I've used a 9-inch handlebar. I come from an 8.5-inch handlebar, and let's see how it goes, because not getting used to it doesn't seem like there's that much difference.
we just finished cutting and we unplug automatically
Just in case.
in case someone comes, gets distracted, and makes a mess here. Whenever we use a cutting machine, you use it, you unplug it, you use it, you plug it back in. Very good. Don't be lazy because you'll save yourself a scare.
It's a finger or two. Very good. or let's see how it goes.
This is gonna
I'm looking
go
forward to it,
fine,
man.
fine in him.
I'm looking forward to it, man.
Okay, man, but
Blessed plugs.
blessed,
I won't cry either, and they'll still be on my bike.
is that it's one of the best things that it has of I think each brand, Yuri, man, each brand has a piece. It's like wow, wow, man. And I think that's how the plugs are. The plugs, he says, are the best without a doubt. They've achieved some position, the material, the shape, the thickness, the weight. They nailed the price because there are many times that there are things that are incredible but have a price that is untouchable. Then you don't know.
If you see it red, don't be scared.
There's a singer, Ana Odo Rojo. Come on, go.
You know it well, that one. Do you know Carrie?
I don't answer.
Carrie asked him to come. Well, guys, do you think it'll save me in the end? The first thing is that I'm very picky. I've been using the same handlebars for so many years. I mean, literally since 2017, I've only used handlebars, pegs, and I've gotten so used to it. But it feels really good like this. Okay, I'm gonna say... Yeah, but the steering wasn't tight.
No. What a double. What a bar spin. 180.
Wow.
What a 180.
No, the handlebars are good.
What a scare Oriole gave us.
So I have all my things inside. No, but I feel like it. And again, you want another sprint like that? My goodness, huh? Because of Perry, I almost died. He's a bastard.
It's one of the reasons why I don't like working with people from the workshop because you get distracted.
When I lifted the wheel there, I thought, no. I noticed the bike is very light, very, very nimble, of course. What do you guys think? How do the handlebars look, huh? I think they look brutal. Of course, I think I'm going to make stickers for them and put some of my own on. Will the Lada logo look good there? It wasn't tight at all there, was it? But
Something
there,
to put in,
a
huh?
bead, like a...
Changed, of course.
It's going well. Maybe I have the handlebars a little bit back. Yes, maybe it's because of the angle. What you said before, of course it is.
Exactly.
Because I think he looks at it like this and it's fine.
Exactly.
I think it's gone down.
I find it very low, like this. Next.
We still need to make some adjustments. I've raised the saddle a little. It looks spectacular. I love the handlebars. Like this. Of course, I'm not going to put on the handlebar protector because... I'm not going to put on the handlebar protector, but I am going to leave the frame protector on because I don't do big airs much. But when I do, I like to have a little protection. Perfect. Well, nobody expects anything.
Well, may everything go very well. Thanks to all of you for being here again, and we'll see you soon when you come back to Barcelona soon.
Very, very, very soon this time. I know some of you will want to get the handlebars or some BMX parts, and to save you a little money, I recommend that you use my code at the Tres Sesenta store for a 10% discount, because with that code, any part will literally be quite a bit cheaper for you. And we already know that BMX parts are expensive, so take advantage of the code, don't hesitate. And since there are many parts, how's it going? There are many parts that are discounted, you can even get them cheaper, so take advantage of the offer, guys. And now, yes, we're going to ride, guys. For you, it will have been like a few seconds, but for me, it's been a week since what you just saw. We're already in Valencia because the day I had left in Barcelona, I spent recording, and I didn't have time to try the handlebars properly. So we're in one of my favorites in Valencia, which is at the museum. Wow, it's a very basic spot, but it has everything I like. We're going to try the bike a little to see how it goes. And, well, I hope to adapt quite a bit because, you know, that changing handlebars after 6 years of using the same ones isn't going to be easy. But, well, today is mostly about adapting. And, well, I've put some stickers on the BMX, as you can see this EO1 where the Fly one was. Here's a sticker that I always put on my bikes before. And I've also put the sticker of, well, my logo in the end, no, because this bike didn't have it. So now we have the complete bike ready for action. I just hope it doesn't get crazy. We have a remote control car track here, and the noise it makes is insane. I just hope it doesn't start raining because it's quite a bad day. And I was going to go to Valencia Centro, but I thought, wow, I better stay around here. There's something else. I've also modified this. I put the frame protector on backwards because I was also a little tired of how it looked. And by removing the one in front, well, to give it a change of look like this, I love it. It looks perfect. And well, now I'll show you a little bit of the park. What do you think, guys? Let's see, it's quite basic, but it has a lot of cool things. I'd say that since it's an escape, because it's relatively close to me, the one I come to the most is my local escape in Valencia. We could say it's like the San Adri vibe. I don't know, it has something that's like Sanabria, maybe that there aren't many people. It has basic things, which I like, right? Everyone has a skate park they like. I really like that plaza in Valencia. But the bad thing is that it's always very crowded and it's small. I mean, the Valencia skate plaza is, I'd say, 3 times smaller. Everything is very compressed and there are 30 people at the same time in the skate park, so I prefer something a little more chill like this to ride. It's very annoying, especially if I want to record a tutorial, but since they're going to do tricks there, I put music over it and that's it. So we're going to go from less to more to see how the handlebars feel. Let's go. Yes, compression. Look, it's starting to rain. I hope it turned out well. I think so. I went a bit sideways, but it was hard for me, mentally. This is very short, and I couldn't go very fast. I don't know, I'm going to wait around here for a while to see if it stops raining, and if not, we're going to finish the video here. There's no other way, guys. Anyway, I think we recorded a lot in the workshop. It's a shame because I had a lot of lines and things planned. I was starting to do a 180 here on this ledge. It's my all for 180. Rather, it looks bad. The sky's black. I think I'm going to look for somewhere to ride. I'm going to check City Legends to see if there's any covered spot. What happens is that since I'm in a town, I see it as a bit complicated that there's a spot here, miraculously, with a roof. Okay, small update. I've been looking at the City Legends map, and there are no dry spots in the area, obviously. But guys, we have to get our act together. If one day you're walking down the street and you see a dry spot, it could even be a very large roof with a large flat surface, that would work. You can put dry spot and flat ground, and that's already a spot where you can do flat tricks at least. So let's get our act together, add the spots in the City Legends app, which has a brutal map, and I think I'm going to say goodbye here, huh? Well, I'm going to give my opinion on the handlebars. The truth is that the handlebars have surprised me for the better. Why? Because I come from an 8.5-inch handlebar. I had switched to an 8.75-inch handlebar once before, and I had noticed it was very big, a big difference. But now, maybe because of the physical change I have more back, the 9-inch handlebar has seemed spectacular to me. I mean, it adapts to me very well. I do notice the BMX a bit higher, the Polar Bear, manual. I notice I jump less, and the handlebars are kind of higher. It's like, I don't know, like it's a little easier for me, and otherwise I haven't had that much time to adapt, but I think I'm liking it a lot. The aesthetic shape is brutal. It's one of the coolest 4-piece handlebars I've seen, and it goes pretty well. They feel light, I don't notice that much difference with the air. What scared me the most, I didn't want handlebars that were difficult to turn, rough, because I come from possibly the lightest BMX handlebar, the Peugeot 8.5. And, well, the truth is I recommend it, and nothing. And finally, guys, if you want any BMX parts or shoes or whatever, you have the code in the Tree 60 store for a 10% And so take advantage of it. Don't buy anything without that code, because otherwise it's going to be 10% more expensive. Take advantage of it. And I now think I'm going to go do finger BMX, because with this weather, I'm itching to ride. So I'm going home. I'm going to play finger BMX. I'm not going to record that. Although, well, I'm sure more than one of you would like to see the session. For that, I already upload the flips to Instagram and nothing. I'm off. Come on, guys. See you in the next video. Boom. Fresh.